And now we've got another scene. This one is really, really cool as well. Okay, so we don't get much of little James, okay? Little James has been kind of a background character, same with Thaddeus, right? They don't get much of a background, but we do know a few things about little James. We know that he met Jesus on his way to Jerusalem. We're going to talk about that in a second. But we also know that, basically he has an injury or a disability, but other than that, we don't really know much about him. And so we've learned a little bit about him through the first 4 seasons, and now we're getting kind of like a callback, and I want to see if you guys know what this is. So we're going to watch this a couple of different times, and you guys let me know if you can see what they're talking about here in this specific scene. So let's jump into it. So we're going to go back and we're going to watch that one more time, and you guys let me know what you think. You got a little bit of a sneak peek there of my little presentation, but let's jump into it. All right, very cool. So we see as little James is walking into Jerusalem, he's walking through the temple area, okay? Right in front of the temple is a bunch of people singing, right? Why would that be, right? Do you remember back to season 1, the little bit of kind of lore that we got from little James? Now, this is not scriptural at all. But little James basically said this. So let's jump into it.
I was on my way to join the 288.
The Jerusalem Temple Choir. Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, I was Caesar's favorite gladiator. My soul.
And then we get this little song from little James here. You. So we see as he is, he originally, before, when he met Jesus, was going to be part of the 288. Now, we've talked about this previously. What is the 288? The 288 is a group of 288 people that basically were a choir for the temple. Now, this we don't know too much about in history. Like, there's not like a ton of things that are like, this is exactly what this thing is, but it is something that could have happened or did happen during the time of Jesus, and the 288 would have been like this group of not just singers, but most likely instrumentalists and a bunch of other things that would have happened. I think it was instituted like during the time of David, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a very old kind of practice that happened a long time ago, and I think the Chosen kind of extrapolated that into being something that could have happened during the time of Jesus. And so we're seeing this here. This could be a portion of the 288. And think about what James is thinking about here as we watch this one more time. And also another connection point, just to, before we hear this, is they're singing the same song that little James and Nathaniel and Andrew sang during season 4. So that's the same song that we saw them sing during Hanukkah, during last season. And so now we see as little James is there doing that. But what do you think he's thinking during this moment, right? Like, he's just walking right by the 288 and he's not in it, right? It's not that he's jealous that they're there, but what is this going to make him think of instantly? This is going to make him think of all the things that would be different if he didn't follow Jesus. And I'm sure some of that makes him kind of like bittersweet, right? Making him think of the past, making him think of what could have been, right? But also thinking about the position that he's in, that he gets to follow the Messiah, that these amazing things are going to happen. But then also knowing that Jesus has told them that he's going to die, that all these things are going to happen. Like, that's got to be so intense to think through and to think about. So I'm sure that's what this scene is kind of pointing towards, is showing the juxtaposition of where little James is, where he could have been, and how he's like thinking about that dissonance, you know, if that makes sense. So really, really cool scene here. At least a little bit of an insight to this scene. Really, really amazing.
I was on my way to join the 288.
The Jerusalem Temple Choir. Right, okay. Yeah, I was Caesar's favorite gladiator.
My soul thirsts for you.
Hey, if you like this small portion of our live stream, you can watch the entire almost 2-hour live stream over on our Patreon at snipesupport.com. This is the best way to help support what we do here on the channel and to continue helping us make videos just like this. We go live every Sunday, and so you can see that full live stream on Patreon only. Thanks so much in advance for helping us support the channel, and let's get back to the video. Yep. Very cool. Of course, we get some random photos from time to time just of the set and the little goats and sheep and stuff that are on the set. This shows you kind of the difference between the two different booths that we're getting. The background there, you can see like a really ornate booth. And then in the front, obviously, you've got this goat with that kind of, stick rope kind of booth with a little bit of a thatched roof and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now here we get another look at, I believe, a similar area of scenes here. I think most of this week they were probably filming the flipping of the tables, the cleansing of the temple, and doing all of that kind of this week. That would be my guess. And so we're seeing here a bunch of the animals, and then Dallas is going to kind of pan around and show us some of the scenes, some of the set that's going on here. Now, Dallas is often very kind of coy with the way that he shoots things, with the way that he shows us things. He tries to hide as much as possible while showing us a little bit to keep us intrigued. And so I think he's probably not showing us the actual core of the scene on purpose. Obviously, he doesn't want to give away everything. I wouldn't want to either. And so as he's kind of showing us this, I think there's bits and pieces of it that are missing, and he's not showing us the full thing. But let's take a look at what this set looks like. So we see all the people, and again, it's very important we see where the people are looking at. So they're shooting a very specific thing that is happening right now, right? Everybody is facing the same direction. When all the background actors are like moving in different directions and they're all going all over the place, that means that this is just like any other day, or it's before the action is taking place. But because this is a show and this is how it happens, when something really important happens, right, everybody's going to be looking at that thing, right? Everybody's focus is going to be on that thing. And so here we have everybody focused over to the left here as he kind of pans around. We see a bunch of the people, again, those vendors with different animals and different stuff kind of happening. We see a big tent there behind, probably a money changer tent would be my guess. Everybody's still looking left here, still further. Then the video kind of ends right here. So we're not actually seeing what the actual center is here of what is actually going on. However, there are some other things that kind of give us some clues as to what we're looking at. Here is another angle, at least a close-up of some of the main actors here as we go through. Of course, Dallas, the cameraman over there. We've got Adam Drake, who's the assistant director, and everybody kind of going. So we've got a lot of the main people here. We've got John, looks like Barnaby maybe over there. And then we've got Zebedee, Thomas, Nathaniel. We've got Thaddeus over there, Big James, looks like Mother Mary, Little James, Mary Magdalene, Matthew, Philip. I'm trying to see if anybody else I can see. I'm sure there's more that we're missing here. Simon is right there. Oh, Peter now. Still changing that.
Hello.
And of course we got Jelaine on set, killing it as always. Here we go.
I just wanted to let you guys know that it's so cool that we are filming Passover during Passover week. So cool.
Very, very, very cool. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. If you enjoyed this one, you'll for sure like this video right here, so go ahead and check that out. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.